Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Halloween is all about monsters. Different looks, different powers, different personalities, and how they interact with others. But we're realizing what's even more interesting than monsters interacting with people is monsters interacting with monsters. What if all those distinct extremist characters came together? Would they get along? Would they fight? Or would they fall somewhere in between? This is an idea that can and has been awesomely exploited. And us sellouts at Nostalgiaween are no different. So let's bring some of the craziest monsters together. Jason. The Ring Girl. Jigsaw. The Invisible Man. Hannibal Lecter.
Hello.
These are some of the most iconic yet different movie monsters that have ever been given to us. Together at last. And of course, they're all bound together by one common denominator, the one element of which the majority of focus should be on, their accountant.
The IRS requires filing a tax return in each year that your income is greater than your standard deduction. Plus add on one exemption if you are not the
Alright, what's going on here?
taxpayer.
Well, he's the one thing that binds you all together.
Yeah, but he's like really boring.
You are probably racking up interest.
What, did you think that people really just wanted to see you cool badass monsters together?
Yes! Pretty much.
No. They want to see a dull guy with no personality constantly steal the spotlight.
This is bullshit.
I assure you it's not.
I assure you it's bullshit.
Well, I'm just copying the master of rebooted monster movies, Stephen Sommers. The brilliant mind behind G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. You know, the guy behind The Mummy. The Mummy Returns. And his epic opus, Van Helsing.
What a preposterous piece of tosh.
A most amazing idea with some of the world's most amazing monsters has turned into a most amazing snorefest. This is because most of the time is centered around dated effects, fake action, and a main character so bland you could call him bland. Did that analogy seem bland? Then it fits the character perfectly! With Dracula, the Wolfman, the Frankenstein monster, Jekyll and Hyde, this should have been a kick-ass thrill ride, but instead feels like skid marks in the Scorpion King's underwear. So, what went wrong with this gritty reboot of Abbott and Costello? Well, let's look in more detail, unless our exciting main character has more thrills to give us.
It's important to understand American Opportunity Credit. This is worth up to $2,500 per student for the first 4 years.
This is bullshit.
Let's take a look at Van Helsing. We open with the Universal logo, but where's the Dark Universe add-on?
Aww, too soon.
As we see an angry mob so subtle and believable you'd swear they were from a Count Chocula commercial.
There he is! Hit it again!
So after my marshmallows, they head towards the Castle Frankenstein in Transylvania. Yeah, all those Germans who hop-skipped over to Romania. As the Doctor has brought his classic monster to life, pleasing his good friend Count Dracula, played by Richard Roxburgh, who's slowly becoming the kiss of death around here.
I pity your moment of triumph is being spoiled over a little thing like grave robbery.
So Roxburgh, I can't really say is a good Dracula, but he has a lot of fun in this. Honestly, this whole intro is kind of entertaining, in a Sin City meets 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo way.
Peculiar experiments have made you unwelcome in most of the civilized world.
That was my tribute to Monster Squad. Trust me, there'll be a lot more references to that than the Universal movies. Dracula wants the monster for himself, and it seems even Igor has betrayed the good doctor.
Igor, help me!
You have been so kind to me, Doctor. Caring, thoughtful.
And they said they never make another White Chicks.
Stay back! You can't kill me, Victor.
Oh, my bad. You totally can. Ow. The monster attacks Dracula, though, and carries the doctor to the windmill. But Emotep. Oh, come on. I need a drum beat on that one. Thank you. He's not done yet with him, and his wives try to catch him as the villagers burn down the mill. The monster sums up the movie's existence in one word. Why? Because we hate you. All joking aside, this opening is pretty awesome. It's silly, but it's an over-the-top take on classic monster themes and shadows and angles and gothic melodrama. At first you might think, this is gonna be a lot of fun. But then it goes to color. I think. Actually, why wasn't this whole movie shot in black and white? It just looks like the negative was thrown in the washer with Pinhead's clothes. introduced to one of our main characters, played by Kate Beckinsale, Hugh Jackman,
Prettiest man I ever saw.
who plays the title role of Van Helsing. They say he's hunting Mr. Hyde, but I don't know. He looks like the big friendly giant's testicle wart.
You know, my superiors would like for me to take you alive.
Do let's.
Donkey! The scene is once again fake and cheesy, but a little bit of fun as Hyde is swung around Notre Dame, surprisingly not making a bad hunchback joke. Guess they figured Disney would do that. As he transforms back into Jekyll before hitting the ground. Did he say Ridley Scott's apology? Let Covenant go, buddy. He's never gonna ask for forgiveness for that. That kick-ass Alan Silvestri score picks up again for the Vatican as he enters his secret headquarters. It looks like the Vatican is a giant meeting place of religious leaders who hunt down different monsters all over the world. Oh, is that why so many of the world's religions get along so well?
We have kept mankind safe since time immemorial. And now, we need you to go to the east.
Was that guy just waiting for the snap like that was his entire job? You are the hunter of monsters, and you are the pusher of buttons. I know it's not as glamorous, but I can't do it. Wait, yes I can. You are fired, pusher of buttons.
Lorded over by a certain Count Dracula.
He's told to hunt down Dracula by helping the Princess of Gypsies, Anna.
For more than 4 centuries, this family...
Ooh, I have to get her shampoo. But because he's 00 Slayer, he also needs cool weapons. So we get David Wenham playing a friar named Carl. Friar Carl, isn't that like having a St. Bob?
You've never gone after vampires before now, have you?
Vampires, gargoyles, warlocks, they're all the same.
Oh, well, good to know that Van Helsing doesn't know the difference between a vampire and a gargoyle.
Vampires, gargoyles, warlocks, they're all the same.
Milk, alcohol, poison, it's all the same to give a baby.
That's why you're coming with me.
Oh, the hell did Dan do, I am?
You're a monk. You shouldn't curse at all.
Actually, I'm still just a friar. I can curse all I want. Damn it.
You were Faramir. Now you're the embarrassing cartoon designed to make everyone else look cooler by comparison. It's funny because I'll never look like you with my shirt off. Meanwhile, a gypsy prince is left out for bait to catch a werewolf. When things go wrong, though, his sister, played by Kate Beckinsale, weirdly typecast as werewolf and vampire hunters, comes in to save him. Ish. Well, my character's totally established now. Oh yeah, don't expect a lot of backstory, personality, or even interest out of this person. Much like our main lead, she's just there to do stuff and look good while doing it. The only problem is so many people look good while doing stuff and have charming personalities that the simple act of not smiling doesn't give you a 3-dimensional character. You have to talk about things, interesting things, not just shitty plot exposition like this.
Why is it so important to kill this Dracula anyway?
Because he's the son of the devil.
I mean, besides that.
Because if we kill him, anything bit...
No, that's enough. Do you really need more motivation than that?
Welcome to Transylvania.
I was just about to do the time warp again.
You, turn around.
So Van Helsing goes to... I just realized this. A snowy European kingdom in the 1800s to talk to Princess Anna. Disney really is trying to buy everything. But oh no, our 2 main characters are meeting and we haven't established shit about them. No, really, I don't know a goddamn thing about their desires, personalities, anything. Is the director going to A, give us some insight into their personality? Nah, you know it's B, panic. Yep, they talk for 35 seconds before giving us another goddamn action sequence. Ooh, I'm excited this bland chunk of wood is fighting alongside this dry piece of cardboard. What will the boring one do to save the other boring one? This is like seeing really cool monsters go up against a can of soup.
This is bullshit.
So Dracula's wives attack, and again, they're pretty silly, but at least they have personality.
Do you like to fly, Anna?
See, that was stupid, but at least I'll remember it.
Do you like to fly, Anna?
Does she always ask random questions that way? Do you have any twos,
Do you like to fly, Anna?
Paper or plastic,
Do you like to fly, Anna?
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Actually, that would fit too well. What is up with the editing, by the way? I swear I'm not tampering with this. It's so rushed and chaotic, I can't even make it out. What the hell even was that? Just random moments in time of him getting hit? If you don't establish a narrative to the action, we lose interest really quickly. Anyone can just cut to random shots of people being punched. See? Not exciting. Who am I kidding? Knocking out Mike Tyson is always exciting. So they use holy water to super soak one of them to death. Forgive me, Father, I said yes to this movie.
He's the first one to kill a vampire in over 100 years.
So Van Helsing earns Anna's trust, but Dracula is so furious he pulls a Mavis pouting up the walls. I guess that's a vampire thing.
Do we mean so little to you?
Have you no heart?
No!
Don't try to out-ham me. I worked with John Woo and Baz Luhrmann. I have so much ham, I'm ending Looney Tunes shorts. So Anna talks about her motivation, her passion, and overall what makes her tick. Nah, just kidding. They talk about stuff they did and stuff they're going to do.
Where do I find Dracula?
Yes.
He used to live in this very house 4 centuries ago.
I can help you.
I can handle this myself.
So when does she get kidnapped? Funny thing, tough people don't have to actually say they're tough people. They just act that way. So when someone has to prove they're not a damsel in distress, it's usually lazy writing clarifying that's exactly what they are.
I can take care of myself. I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle this.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
And seeing what empty shells these two are, it probably won't be long until she can't handle herself. I didn't think it'd be that quick.
Van Helsing.
I don't even really get it. Why'd he knock her out? Was it to protect her? A lot of good that did. Her brother sneaks in, transformed into a werewolf, and tries to kill her. Was he using her as bait to catch the werewolf? Well, he sure wasn't on guard when the werewolf finally made his move. Thank God she wasn't still unconscious when he broke in, Van Dumbass. Gee, will a third bullet go in? It did. Why did we focus on that?
Little late to be digging graves, isn't it?
Never too late to dig graves.
So the town undertaker tries to pointlessly kill him.
It's just my nature.
Haha. But the werewolf attacks and Helsing tries to kill it with Anna stopping him.
The werewolf, he's gonna kill people.
He can't help it, it's not his fault!
I know, but he'll do it anyway.
Do you understand forgiveness?
Yes.
So you can forgive me when I kill him.
Yeah, to have memories of those you loved and lost is perhaps harder than to have no memories at all.
Not that we'll dive into those memories, because then you'd have depth. Let's just go find literal hair of the dog who bit me. But fear not, we have this amazing insight as they chase the wolf to Frankenstein's castle.
It's just after that your father went missing.
He was on his way to the sea. I've never been to the sea. I'll bet it's beautiful.
Sucks. You know, weird thing, maybe we should talk about personal stuff during personal scenes and strategic stuff during strategic scenes? Not the other goddamn way around? But fine, give us some more information on your fascination with the sea.
Werewolves are such a nuisance.
I guess it stops there. That's all we needed to have a fascinating character, I guess. I guess I should do something like that for my main character's development too.
Pull out your federal and state tax returns from the previous year. I like pies. For income information, you'll need the forms you received from your employer and banks.
So they come across Dracula's unborn. Well, they're born, they're just dead because he's undead, which means alive, so they should be alive. You know what, I'll just let them explain it.
Vampires are the walking dead. It only makes sense that children are born dead.
Clear that up.
Ladies first.
So naturally I'll go first. Where do you get your shampoo, by the way? It looks like Dracula wants to use Frankenstein's technology to bring his offspring to life, and Anna's brother is a slave to his word now, as well as these random guys.
Oompa loompa doopity dep. At least we're not working for Johnny Depp.
The technology seems to work, giving birth to Vampiremon, and they rush the village to feed.
Fly, my shitties, fly, fly!
Dracula finds Helsing, though, and confronts him.
I can tell the character of a man by the sound of his heartbeat. When I approach, I can almost dance.
It's the only applause you're gonna get in this movie. Might as well drag it out.
You don't remember, do you?
Exactly what is it I should be remembering?
Horrific scenes of ancient battles past.
How do you know me?
Because I have a 50-50 chance you're gonna play someone who doesn't know his backstory. Branch out, man!
Would you like me to refresh your memory a little? A few details,
from your sordid past.
No, don't show him. It's too horrifying.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a...
That's not okay. L-A-H-O-M-S. Helsing and Anna escape, and the Bat Babies explode, not having a very long lifespan.
It would appear the good doctor took the key to life to his grave.
Now let me take a shit here in peace. Wolfie clogged up the toilet again.
Our heroes come across the old windmill to hide out in. Okay, cool. Maybe now we're gonna find out more about them. Or the set itself tries to kill them. I really couldn't blame it. Take a guess who they happen to stumble across, though. Actually, to the film's credit, it does follow the book a little more of having the monster actually be intelligent and well-spoken. I guess that's enough to convince Helsing not to kill him.
My job is to vanquish evil. This thing, evil may have created it, and evil does not rule it, so I cannot kill it.
Well, that didn't seem to stop you when innocent Jekyll was falling to his death. In fact, what did they say about your unnecessary killings?
You killed him, didn't you? That's why they get so annoyed. When they ask you to bring someone back, they don't mean as a corpse.
I think the monsters actually kill less than your humanitarian ass. So they try to get the monster to Rome to protect him from Dracula. I guess this could be nice. We can find out more about one of literature's most famous characters.
Let me go!
Where are you going to go? I don't know if you've looked in the mirror lately, but you kind of stick out in the crowd.
Please tell me that's not it. Literally dozens of movies have been made about this character, and you're just doing another Disney Pixar action sequence. Because yeah, why have crap like this?
And now out of the silence of the night hast brought two of thy lonely children together.
When we can have high art like this. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done, and I was in X-Men Origins Wolverine! After falling down the friggin' longest cliff ever, the monsters are fought off with Anna's brother biting the dust.
You killed him! You killed him!
Now you know why they call me murderer.
Oh, yeah, that's why they call you murderer, because you kill people. That's the stupidest line in this movie.
Oh my god, you've been bitten.
Whoa, well, that's a development. Maybe now they'll finally have a conversation about something. Nope. I can handle myself! Christ, this isn't character development or a monster movie or even a movie! It's Steven Sommers playing with his dolls! Oh no, Dracula's over there! We have to go over there now! Oh, now he's over there! We have to go over there now! Now he's over there! Now he's over there! I have a few lines! I'm the Wolfman! Oh! Now you're the Wolfman! Oh no! Wait, aren't you my brother? Who cares? You're kidnapped! Ah! Oh no, what's my backstory? Your backstory is blah, blah, I'm Dracula, blah!
Mr. Sommers!
What?
One of your brilliantly written scripts are needed, sir.
Knock on my door! Knock next time!
Yes, sir.
Did you see anything?
No, sir. I didn't see Universal giving you millions of dollars again.
Good!
Well, that all sounded great. How about a budget of $160 million?
Sounds good, Universal. Blah, 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 blah. So our heroes walk into town looking like the opening of a joke as they're approached by one of Dracula's wives.
The master commands a trade. The monster for the princess.
That's the laugh of a woman who suddenly realized there were killer dogs on the other side of that wall. She says there's a masquerade ball where they can make the trade, allowing some of our characters to dress like what they really are.
You won't turn into a werewolf until the rising of your first full moon. Even then, you'll still be able to fight Dracula's hold over you until the final stroke of midnight.
This whole movie is that blue tart from Skyward Sword who keeps telling you things you have to do. Just let me play the damn game! I guess I figured Helena Bonham Carter would be in this. Oh, that's not her. She can sing.
How does it feel to be a puppet on my string?
The director asks the performers that every day.
You make my skin crawl.
And my dubbing sloppy.
Look, mister, look!
They spot Van Helsing, though, and also reveal they've captured the Frankenstein monster. They manage to rescue Anna, though, and escape into the water.
I'll find you! I'll get you back and set you free! I swear to God!
Do they know him? Have they talked with him? Who are they to judge?
They shared a sentence. If that's what the director considers friendship, I wouldn't be that heartbroken.
Even if you somehow kill Dracula, Rome orders you to destroy Frankenstein as well.
But Frankenstein is dead. Oh, you mean the monster. Because this movie is so bad, it actually made the common mistake of calling the monster Frankenstein. That's actually kind of amazing for any Frankenstein movie to do. That's like in Breath of the Wild, somebody calling Link Zelda. It's not just a mistake, it's an embarrassing mistake. I'm sorry to keep bringing up Zelda games, by the way. I guess I just feel a lot more for those pixels than these pixels. In fact, I'm still not entirely convinced these two aren't computer generated. So they find out the map Anna's father had in his castle was actually a gateway that leads to Dracula. I don't even care how that works. Funny how the snow goes sideways and yet our hair isn't moving at all. Captain Sever, wait for me. That's Friar Carl. Christ, that still sounds stupid. They discover the monster, oh, my bad, Frankenstein, is sealed inside a zebra cake, which looks so ridiculous, even our heroes look like they don't know how to respond to it. Must not laugh.
He has a cure to remove the curse of the werewolf.
Why does Dracula have a cure?
I don't care.
Well, at least she's echoing the audience. They capture Igor, though, and Anna has him take her to where the cure is apparently hidden.
I'll go first.
Why doesn't she send Igor in to get it? Couldn't this obviously be a trap?
She's a dumbass!
One of the wives drops in and they have themselves a bat fight while the weenie sidekicks have their own little battle. This is like watching a fight from the pig and the chicken from Moana. This isn't especially interesting. Meanwhile, Van Helsing goes to free the monster.
This is gonna hurt! I am accustomed to pain!
Oh, so that's pain! I totally wasn't accustomed to that! Pain sucks! He's flung off the table and grabs onto a wire, swinging across the castle, knocking out Igor.
Goodbye, Benny.
I can handle myself, thank you! But Dracula appears to Van Helsing and oh, boo! I want to enjoy his hammy acting, not see him as Knight on Doll Mountain. But Van Helsing turns into a werewolf, and what should be really cool is so ridiculously fake you'd swear it's a Michael Bay reboot of Hotel Transylvania. Oh, by the way, longest 12 strokes of midnight ever.
It must be such a burden to be the left hand of God.
Dracula revealed, get this, that Van Helsing was the angel Gabriel who originally killed him. And apparently God erased his memories. 'Cause that's what God does now. I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible, let's see. Yeah, he has Men in Black powers now.
I shall give you back your memory.
Some things are better left forgotten.
I went this whole movie without having an identity, why start now? He bites Dracula because didn't you know that's the only thing that can kill him? Yeah, they sparkle too. And Anna comes in to stab him with the cure, but the wolf side of him kills her. No! I'm gonna miss so much about her, like the fact that she had a brother? That's all she talked about. No! Yeah, $160 million budget, and they couldn't even master shooting grass in slow-mo. I don't know. I don't know. That's Latin for she could handle herself. This dead woman could handle herself. Boy, Frankie's monster got hosed on whatever deal they made. You know, Anna always wanted to see the sea. We never did anything with that, so you're gonna live in the sea now.
I don't follow that!
Ship ahoy, Frankie. So Anna's spirit, I guess, is united with her family. But it looks so corny, I keep expecting to see Elvis from the end of Hot Shots up there. So, final line? Am I actually so boring you didn't give me a final line? Come on, guys, you must have given me a final line. Nope, guess not. Good night, everybody. I have no idea why I did any of this. Van Helsing! Oh, I never thought I'd say this, but bring back Brendan Fraser. Okay, pros. The monsters are kind of fun. They overact and look fake, but their designs are cool and there's a lot of charm to them. The sets are cool. For all the CG in the movie, it is nice to see how much of these backgrounds were actually constructed. But the cons. The pacing is non-existent, the story is just an excuse for cartoon action sequences, and the main characters suck. There is no reason to like them outside of they do action stuff. They're given no personality, distract from the actual fun characters, and focus more on what they're doing as opposed to why they're doing it. Because of this, it's a super frustrating film because I want to see a movie with all these monsters. I want to see them fight. I want to see them act off each other. But instead, we focus on these bores. Why couldn't this film be about Dracula? Getting all the monsters together and what that entails. So yeah, the creatures were the coolest part of the movie. It's a shame the movie itself didn't pick up on that. So I'm sorry all you monsters I brought together. I really thought I was giving the audience what they wanted.
Quiet, you rube.
Yeah, shut your mouth. We're learning a lot about taxes.
There's a relatively simple way to determine the best choice for your situation.
Well, I guess some people can find value in anything.
Especially when it comes to deductibles.
Itemize.
This is extremely helpful.
I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember it so you don't have to.
This is fascinating. I'm really gonna feel bad when we kill him.
What?
Sure.
One more.
Wah!
Good, and this will be
Wah! Wah!
Good, a little louder.
Wah!
One more.
Wah!
Good, that should do it.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right.